second customer. That's why we used this formula, as we see. Yeah, when we get here, sorry for the yeah, as you have seen, yeah, that's how we have done, and you just scrolled to the rest for autofilling. Then his service time, we used we added the service start time of the service start time of his service start time plus the service time plus his service time in order for us to get the end time, and then we scrolled for the rest for autofilling to get theirs too. And then for waiting time, we had to get his start time minus his arrival time for us to get the waiting time that he waited, yeah, before beginning the service. And then for the time in the system, yeah, as you see, we had to get the service end time plus minus the arrival time, so in order for us to get the time in system. Yeah, and for the idle time, yeah, we had to me using this formula of max, max 0, then his arrival time minus his end time to get the idle time. Added 0 was like calling a value whereby in case we get a negative, instead of pressing a negative, we represent it with that 0, because in time we have no any negative integer. Yeah, so that's how I got to come to this. But remember, back to the question, there's other way we asked this remember too, we asked to simulate the simulation to calculate the average customer time in the service, in the average customer time in the system. I had to use the formula of average, as we all see here. Use this for the average, and then I highlight the whole of this row, beginning only the data, not the column name, but only the data, the whole row. Yeah, and then you close the brackets and then press enter. Automatically you're given the average. And for the proportion or the percentage, as you have seen here in the question, yeah, to get the proportional percentage of time the server is when the server is idle. Here, as you all see, I had to use this formula whereby I had to sum up the data for the idle time, all of it. I had to call the sum formula, the sum. Then I highlight all the data in the idle time, then close. Then I had to divide it by the service time of the last customer to reach. The reason as to why I used to the service time, the service end time for the last customer, because it represents the actual total time that the shop spent giving service to all the customers. That's why I divided it by the service end time. Then I had to multiply by 100 since we requested for a percentage, and I had to press enter to get this. Yes, and now we are heading to the next instruction we're given to use MS Excel data table to generate 50 replications of the simulation. So in order for us to have that question in our Excel, first thing I did, since it is advisable to have that in the next sheet, I had to move. Sorry for the inconvenience. I had to go to the next sheet